Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. It is a new day and we are in for some amazing games. It is still the lower brackets of the quarterfinals. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster for today. And joining me, you already know, you've seen him many times. It is Rex Dreams, caster and analyst. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing great, Apollonia. Really excited to see these matches. It's really high stakes because the loser gets sent home. That ends their run in this tournament since we're in the lower bracket. So really exciting because it's going to be some really nice Valorant action coming for us today.
All right, so the match that will be coming up on your screen right now is Rising Vipers Bravo versus AtmosFear. Now, I'm excited for this because it's going to be a really good matchup. And let's move on to the map screen and see what both these teams have picked. Now, Split for map 1, Haven for map 2, and Bind for map 3.
Okay, so these map picks are really interesting coming in for me. So let's take a quick look at Rising Vipers Bravo. According to my notes, we've seen them play each and every map in the map pool possible. They've played Ascent, they've played Split, they've played Haven, they've played Bind. There's not one map they've missed out throughout this tournament, and it's going to be really interesting how they come up on Split as the first map because they did play Split once against Team Silent, where they won 13-1. So without any further ado, let's get right into Split. AtmosFear are no strangers to Split. They beat TSF Gaming on Split with a 13-8 scoreline. Let's take a quick look at the agent compositions coming in. On the side of AtmosFear, we will see Crosshair sticking, going back to the Brimstone. We saw him play Sova on Ascent earlier. We will see a Phoenix, Raze, a Cypher, and a Sage to support the Brimstone. While on the side of the Rising Vipers Bravo, who are attacking, we will see the Omen, Raze, Cypher, Sova, and Sage. Atmosphere have gone in for a double duel setup. Inferno will be on the Phoenix, and Raze will be picked up by Bacon, if I'm not wrong. So let's see how the rest of this map pans out for them. Look at this on the back of this mid execute coming in. They are using the Cypher camera to get an early round information. And it looks like they will actually get a Cypher camera down onto Bones, who uses wall. Ooh, Bacon gets tagged onto really low HP. The wall will come through to buy some time. Ascension looking to aggress through the boombot will confirm that there is someone there. Edge holding close to the smoke. The Raze nade just falls in front of him. Will not be able to get any damage. Bacon looking to aggress doesn't get any kills on the back of that. Look at the Sage. She's just standing outside A main, looking to catch off any aggression that's coming in, and we now see her moving in towards the A side. That is where the execute is coming in. Bacon did think about rotating to the A side, decides against it. Inferno holding club towards the A ramp position is going to be the first line of contact when the rush comes in. They're just waiting for the smokes to go away. The smokes have now disappeared, and the execute is now going to come in at any moment. There comes the smokes from Edge,
Right here.
and there comes Inferno, puts out the flash. He's gonna get one, lands his headshot onto Edge. That means no more smokes. Does use his hot hands to heal up. The spike will be planted towards the A side, towards the elbow, and Bacon is gonna compete with the Raze on the opposite side. Will not be able to get a kill on them, but the damage is there. Ooh, but there comes the kill onto Drifter from Inferno. That's a second for the round. Bacon is breaking this wall, applying pressure from all sides. All three members from Rising Vipers Bravo are inside. They're all locked up inside. Crosshair gets one. There comes Bacon. Bacon and Relic. They all clean it up. A flawless retake, flawless round for Atmosphere as they open their record onto the defensive side of Split.
And that's a good round pickup here for Atmosphere. And we saw Atmosphere a couple of days ago. They didn't really play to their best ability, but this time, taking this first round, it's going to be a good head start for themselves. Now, as for Rising Vipers Bravo, they have consistently climbed up in the brackets, and now they just want to stay in the competition and show us what we've got. We haven't seen as much RVB on stream as compared to Atmosphere, so it's going to be cool to see what they can do, at least on the side of attack. Now, from yesterday and from experience on Split, we have seen teams really excel on the attacker side, and the moment they switch to defense, it can go either way. But there it is, just 3 kills, and it was a quick round, but RVB was on equal, so it is to be expected. So Atmosphere, just 2 early rounds for themselves. And yeah, it looks like a good start. Now, it'll be cool to see how RVB will try to swing this back in their favor.
Bacon did just stick to the Ghost in the previous round. I think that gives him enough money to, pick up the Operator like he usually likes to, but he's gonna stick with the Phantom, or is he trying to buy an Operator? Still don't know. He does stick with the Phantom for this round, so not picking the Operator up too early. They will have 4 Spectres coming into this round. Just Bacon, who did not buy anything just with the Ghost, will be able to get his Phantom while 4 Spectres. But just as I say that, Bacon and Edge are going to trade up. Each Edge gets 2 kills on the back of the same aggression. That's 2 guns down. 3v5 situation. Bones looking to see what he can do on this aggression. Does definitely hear the teleport. Edge still holding towards this B main position. Smokes it off to see what's happening. Bones looking to push the smoke. He definitely hears those gunshots. Is still looking to aggress, looking to see if he can get the kill there. There is no tripwire that will stop him from pushing, so it looks like he will have a clear pathway. But the A side is currently empty. Crosshairs only on the ramp. Edge will get spotted and taken down by Bones. We're back into 3v3 situation. The A side is open, but just to say that, Crosshair gets his first kill onto the ramp. That's going to be the rest of the call out coming to the team that the Spike has. It's made its way towards the A side. Missile not yet planting, looking to see if he can get an early round pickup. Aggressing towards the CT screen's position, does get his first kill. And now will be able to secure the plant. The 2v2 situation, they are able to put the round back in equality. The retake will be coming in. I like this angle coming in from Drifter, holding in towards the A ramp position, looking to cut off anyone who pushes towards the CT ramp or pushes down out of screen. Inferno prepping his flashbang, looking to see what they can do with this. There comes the flashbang. They will push. There is one member under heaven. They do not spot him. They do finally, but Missile, that's his third for the round. They line up and no one's checking their angle. The slow orb was what Bones had equipped, and due to that he couldn't react fast enough to Missile peeking out of under heaven position.
I do believe the last time we saw Missile, he was on that jet. So it's nice to see him this time on stage. It'll be that, you know, primary support for his team and picking up those 2 kills. Just coming in massive in the comeback for RVB. It is the 3rd round, so it was a full buy. And that worked out very much in RVB's favor. So, good job to Missile there.
Drifter lining up this grenade that goes in towards the main room. Did miss it this time, does land this time. That's what practice makes perfect. So he's able to get the grenade in. That will prevent mid-aggression. The wall is broken. This is Bones towards mid. Relic does get the trade down to Bacon, who pushed up towards the pavement position. But Edge is still there, looking to get a trade or looking to see what he can if he can avenge the trade that's come through. They are gearing up towards the B side. Bones has himself rotated up to there. Will be a revive coming through on the back of the Sage Wall. Lunatic Monster will be brought back into action. Relic trying to see if he can get a pick off. Bones will be actually trying to jump on the box any moment now, if I'm not wrong. That does give you an aggressive angle. But do they know they're right this close to each other? I don't think so. They have backed off, looking to go towards the A side now that there's only Inferno, the lone man, standing towards the A side. The rotations are coming through right now. The Sage are looking to see if anyone pushes, because that's what AtmosFear have been doing, and that's what happens. There comes the gunfight from Missile. He's gonna get the kill onto Bones, and they have rotated towards ropes. Inferno, does he know that someone's right close to him? The Cypher climbs over the ropes, and he gets the pick onto him. Ascension makes it a 2v5 situation for Rising ViperZ. Bravo in this round, but they've pushed towards the B side. Ooh, that's definitely a great fake coming in from them. Do they know where Crosshair is? Crosshair gets the first kill. He's expecting the play towards the B main. Lunatic Monster does beat him. Crosshair's down to 33 HP, but Ascension from the flank gets the kill onto him. 2-all.
Just getting 2 rounds for themselves. Now it's 2-2. This is going to be a close fight. AtmosFear started off looking strong, but it seems that, you know, in the more equal rounds, where full buys are available, both sides, it's a pretty even matchup. Well, at least on for this map, AtmosFear, you know, if they are better in defense, they really have to do something about this and just continue raking up the rounds. But as of now, RVP just looks absolutely mad. They're getting these pickoffs, they're getting these multi-kills. Quite a treat to watch.
Bones looking to aggress towards the mid position, does fall back after the Sova drone will spot him. This round around, Atmosphere will not be going into the aggressive B main push. They have decided to, you know, stick to the defaults. Inferno and Crosshair holding towards the A side. Bones and Bacon towards the mid position, and Cypher, Relic, as he always does, soloing towards the B side. The camera has definitely spotted him out, and given the fact that they have just ghosts and pistols, they are looking to get this sneak in onto Edge. They will not push on the back of that reload, still looking to see what they can do. There comes the push. Bacon gets himself taken out of this round. There's gonna be one more member. Relic pushes in at the right timing. The Sheriff doesn't land the shot with the Drifter gets 1, Drifter gets 2. That's the B side cracked open. Crosshair holding towards the CT position. Drifter still aggressing towards the CT position. does get the kill onto Crosshair as well. Does he know that the last member, Inferno, is towards the city side? I think he's definitely looking to, convert into an ace coming into this eco round. Oh, sorry, a 4K coming into this round, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Inferno does manage to rattle off 1 kill onto Lunatic with his Sheriff, but that's going to be it coming in for AtmosFear into this eco round. 2-3, Rising ViperZ Bravo taking the lead early into this game. This round is going to be really interesting because we will finally see the operators coming out for AtmosFear. We will see one coming on to Bacon, if I'm not wrong. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard as well once we see this relive replay coming in, which shows Drifter's beautiful 4K onto this eco round. Boom, headshot. The scoreboard does show the dual op setup coming in on Bacon and Crosshair. They are looking to run one of those towards the ropes position. Look at this aggression coming in from Drifter. Crosshair, he gets taken down in an instant. That leaves the A side open for business. The spike shall be planted towards the A side, and they are going to look to retake for this side.
Drifter came in massive last round into 4K. Now this time, both teams pretty even. Rising ViperZ Bravo do have a small lead over AtmosFear. Now we see all of the defenders scrambling. Drifter watching from screens, and he's gonna get this pick off onto Relic. It's a 2v2 situation. Two members fall, but Drifter with the triple, coupled with Lunatic Monster, they find the last 2 kills. Rising ViperZ, the moment they got their buys, they're just gonna take the rounds, and they have had quite a number of successful A-side plants, so their team strategy seems to be working, going for these sites.
Definitely a good round coming in through them. I really liked how, they don't wait for even a second and they try pick the operator, which is not something we would see usually happening. But that confidence that they've gotten in order to be able to take these straight up aim duels, that is one of their playstyle to just take straight up aim duels, as we saw on Haven, and that was played on stream. So they are going to continue this aggressive playstyle where they depend mainly on the aim, even if they may not have the best strategies. They can holding up towards this win position. The Boombot will definitely spot someone, and there comes the Raze nade. Will not manage to do much HP, but he does have his showstopper that he can use to see if he can get multiple kills on it. Does pop it? Does he spot the Sage? Yes, he does. Will get a trade onto them. Edge is going to find his kill onto Relic. We're back in a 3v3 situation. The Spike still looking to see if there is going to be any aggression coming in towards the B-main's position, but that's not happening. They are looking to execute towards the B side because they now have complete mid control since they've eliminated the 2 mid players. Inferno and Bacon still holding in towards the A mains, towards the ramp position. Ooh, they switched it up and are looking to go towards the A side. But Bones has pushed a B main as well, and that's going to give the team so much information about where the attack is coming through. Inferno and Bacon should expect this kills coming their way, as every one of them are in ramp right now. Crosshair definitely spotted one player there. Does he get the kill? No, he will not. Ascension jumps on it. Inferno from the backlines gets one. Still holding towards this, but the spam come through. It's a 2v2 situation. Both players are in the CT position.
I know exactly.
Relic does have the ultimate, and just as I say that, Ascension will pop his own ultimate as well. The tripwire will tell them that there is one member towards the CT position. Ascension, he gets the kill onto Bones. Relic gets caught with the camera in his hand. 1v2 situation with Relic with a Sheriff and a Dream. The paranoia does connect onto him. The advantage of one shot to the Sheriff that will reveal his position as well. Does manage to get the kill onto Ascension, looking to see if he can connect this last kill, and that will not happen. Edge holding this nifty little off angle and gets the kill onto Relic. 2-5. An expensive eco round coming in from both sides because AtmosFear were forced to use the showstopper, and they used the resurrection that they could have saved up for the buy rounds, so they won't have this one coming into the next round. And even for Rising ViperZ Bravo, who have built up considerable amount of economy coming in on the back of those last 5 round wins, but surviving with only 1 members, in the future might impact how much they can afford in future rounds.
Now that's 3 successful A-side plants in a row from Rising ViperZ. You would think that AtmosFear would catch on by now, but it seems that they are still trying to pick up the pieces, but Bacon finds the first pick off. That's gonna come in handy here. Hunter's Fury popped by Lunatic Monster. Gonna find a kill though, but Missile does take out Bones. So it's back to an
You will
equal
not kill my
situation.
allies.
Missile drops the resurrection onto Drifter. And Rising ViperZ Bravo have the upper hand. So that completely negates the first kill the AtmosFear was able to get. Now Edge just gonna swap his position there. Looking for an opportunity. He does have the spike. He wouldn't want to get caught out or die in plain sight of AtmosFear. Now Bacon. Just holding this angle on Heaven.
Cage
Goes
trigger.
to the B side. And Ascension picks up the kill on Relic. AtmosFear put in a tough spot. Successful infiltration by RVB. They're on site. And the spike should be planted. There it is. Now, will AtmosFear be able to punch this one 3v5? Considering Raze is pretty low, Bacon, he only has 22 HP. It looks like they're going to go for the save, which I think is the better choice in this scenario.
But just as that Drifter cuts off the rotate, will drop 3 weapons. That's all the 3 kills coming in for him. And not only that, but they're also going to retrieve the operator, and the Sage is going to have the operator coming into this round. Talking about Rising ViperZ Bravo and their love for operators on Haven while they were defending, I did see them running a dual op setup, one towards C side and one towards A side. Lunatic Monster was using the Sova towards the C side, while Missile, who was using the jet on that round towards on that map towards Haven, was using the operator towards the A side. So they do like the operator setup, and that's exactly what we're going to see coming out from them. Crosshair with the Sheriff makes it saying gets one kill onto Missile that round. That means no more Sage, no more heals coming in for them. Inferno flashes through, will still look to aggress this, but I think he tried to recover the gun, but that's not going to happen. Lunatic Monster gets Relic towards the B side, who tried to peek out of the back B boxes that he had been using. We have headed into a 4v5 situation with the control of the B side completely
Revealing
for
area.
Rising ViperZ Bravo. 6-2 as Rising ViperZ Bravo still dominating. AtmosFear coming into this round. This is a 4v4 situation. The spike is now making its way towards the B side, which will be planted at any moment right now. Ascension still holding that aim in aggression because they know that there are 1 or 2 rifles over there that they would definitely like to pick up. Drifter definitely spotting Bones. He has to uses the Raise Nade to clear out this angle, and will be holding this aggressive angle towards CT. Bones looking to see if he can get the kill. Does get spotted by Drifter and will be taken down as well. It's a 4v2 situation. Ascensions towards mid is going to meet Bacon right now. Bacon with a classic gets him. That's going to be a Vandal that they've recovered. They've recovered 2 Vandals in this round. They're going to be happy with that, looking to carry these forward to the next round. But we did see Drifter coming in for the hunt, so that also could be a possibility. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. We see Edge has pushed up towards the safety position. Lunatic Monster looking to see if he can get anyone towards the mid-market position. They've headed up towards the T-spawn, and they are just gonna, be happy with what they've managed to win. 7-2, 3 members surviving for Rising ViperZ Bravo as they head into the next round.
Ooh, a massive 5-round lead. RVB putting a wedge between them. Now, AtmosFear, they're definitely struggling here. Well, at least on the side of defense. So they would have to really heavily rely when it comes to attacking. But before the side swap, it's always good to get the needed rounds so that your, opponent wouldn't be too close to the finishing line and you have some breathing space. Bacon leading at the top of the board. And as for AtmosFear, sorry, for RVB, it is Drifter. 2-7. Now Bacon. I want to get a good pick off. Put his team at an advantage, but the flick doesn't quite connect. He does get tagged there. So Drifter with the boom bot. Looking for this opportunity here on B Heaven. Here's the push. Now there are only 2 defenders here. RVB. They take one out. It's a 4v4 situation, but this is where RVB has the upper hand. They took a while. They realized, we're not going to go for the B side. Or are we? As they back away, and now they're pushing forward again, they might want to go through vents. Let's see how they are going to play this out. Ascension places the spy cam just to get a bit of information. Well, he's safe in the mail room. Now Ascension is going to continue But the spike is making its way over to A. And there's only one defender there. Almost like AtmosFear. They realize now Drifter finds the kill on Bacon, who was trying to rotate and did not expect that. RVB gets these opportunities to just infiltrate because AtmosFear isn't placing the defense in the correct places, I feel.
I definitely agree. Each and every round we do see Atmosphere getting caught off on these rotates because, you know, even though the trades are coming through, but they're just left with, you know, when you're in a 4v4 situation as the defender, you are going to be in the disadvantage because there's a lot more places for you to attack to, and you cannot stack 4 members towards a particular site since you lose control of the other side, and that's something the attackers can afford to. They can afford to rush in towards you as a bunch. They can afford to rush in towards you together because that's what they have to do, and they can overwhelm you towards the manpower. They are looking to hunt out this operator, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Relic gets his 2 kills. That's gonna leave only one member on Rising ViperZ Bravo. We do see the B main and Ascension. He will get the kill. Does he pick up the operator? I'm not really sure if he does that. A quick look at the scoreboard after this will tell us who's leading at who's dominating the scoreboards to see, you know, who is looking like the MVP for this match. We do remember that there are a lot of prizes coming in for our MVPs at the end of the tournament.
Ascension. It was a 1v1 situation, completely left that spike, and you can see him on the mini-map. And Relic was a little bit too comfortable there, but he does manage to get rid of that orb on the side of AtmosFear. 2:8, we have 2 more rounds before the side swap. And AtmosFear, not a great first map to begin with. But here on Split, RVB definitely very comfortable. Now Bacon manages to get these first pickoffs, but AtmosFear can't quite capitalize on it. Like, he's done it many times. And this is RVB's map pick, so it is expected that they will get the lead and put out a very dominant performance. Now, this time AtmosFear, they're coming back. This might be their 3rd round for them as multiple people fall, and that's Bacon with a triple kill to end everything off. And this, you see, Bacon got the first kill, and this time AtmosFear managed to leverage on that, which they failed to do in the previous rounds.
Yeah, Bacon has been really good on the operator. Not only in this map, we've seen him throughout the tournament that he does use the operator really well and does get these early round pickoffs. The one thing I did not really like coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo was that the Sage was entry fragging towards the mid bell position and towards the B Heaven's position where Bacon was standing with the operator. And not only that, they did not use any kind of utility to flush her out of there. They did not use any smokes. They did not use any paranoias or anything, or even the boombot for the matter, to see if they could flush him out of there. The Sova drone does come in to see if they can spot Relic on the backside, which is exactly what's happening. Relic will not get spotted. Ooh, does he get spotted on the drone? Because that just ended. There's a 10-second timer on the Sova drone that just about ended when the drone came towards Relic. The spike is making its way towards the A side, and it's completely baited out these rotations from Atmosphere. Look at this, the A side is completely open, and I don't think they know that, but they are definitely going to be able to walk into one. Missile making his entry towards the A ramps position, and will be able to catch Bacon off guard over here, since I don't think there's any way Bacon will be able to expect Missile over there. And just as I say that, Missile takes down Bacon. It's going to be a 3v5 situation for Atmosphere as they head into the last round of the half. They would really fancy the 8-4 half, but I don't really see that coming through. 9-3 is really what looks like it's gonna happen. Ooh, Crosshair and Bones are gonna get 1 each. That levels it back to 3v3 retake position. They do have the revive and the neural theft, which they are going to pop to get the opponent's positions. Bones should be using his revive towards Bacon, who died in the Heaven's position. Crosshair gets 1. Edge is gonna get 1 as well. It's a 1v2 situation. Both defenders are playing from the Heavens. Both attackers are playing from the Heavens and Ramp position that resulted in this clutch, and he's going to be taken down by Edge. 9-3. A solid half coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo, who do relish on this attacking half right now.
Indeed, ending it off 3-9 in favor of RVB. Now, the side swap is going to happen. Oh, but this round, Relic, the way he took out Ascension, that was pretty well played. He doesn't manage to clutch this. And that was a good placement of a shock dart from the side of RVB. Now, moving in, let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. It is the pistol round. This time, AtmosFear on attack and RVB in defense. We can see Bacon and Drifter leading respectively. It almost feels like there's not much of a kill difference here. But RVB was just a lot more successful in taking over the site for the spike and just defending it. And AtmosFear had a bit of a tough time retaking. Now, there was once one of the other casters, CA I believe, he did mention that AtmosFear thrives in chaos. So they do their best when there's a lot of things happening on the map. It isn't a slow pace, it's a fast-paced game. And hopefully AtmosFear, now that they are on the side of attack, they can create that kind of chaos. And, you know, do their signature, just very fast pickoffs and taking the opponents by surprise. But this is Drifter getting the first kill here. And Drifter with the double kill, putting RVB in a brilliant spot. It could potentially mean that he would be securing 2 rounds for himself and the defenders.
Out of charges.
Drifter still looking to aggress on the back of that 2K he's gotten. Does he know that Relic's heading inside the right corner? Does check it, gets his third of the round. A new paint shell for him. Both the attackers are now inside the T-spawn position. Still pushing this issue, does get taken down by Bones. A 4v2 position for Atmosphere. They desperately need to win this round if they want to continue to be able to have hopes coming into the first buy round. The tripwire from Ascension is that does get the kill and missile from the backlines. 10-3 as the score line, as Rising ViperZ Bravo looking to dominate this map and finish it really quickly. This was Rising ViperZ Bravo's pick. Split, we did see them play this earlier, so they are definitely bound to look better on this map, but I didn't expect this to be this much of a storm. What do you think about the map as it's currently going, Apollonia?
Oh, this map is definitely RVB's playground. They look so comfortable with it. They just got double digits, 10 rounds for themselves. And Atmosphere, unfortunately, only 3. RVB looking very strong here. And just... You can see the teamwork and communication. And their firepower is strong because they're able to get these pickoffs as well. So with the first kill, Edge the second, here's the spray, and he, oh my goodness, he comes into contact with Relic. That's a triple kill, and that's a 4th flawless round, and that was just Edge popping off on the A side of the map. Insane. I've never seen anything like it. He just went from left to right, back and forth, picked up all these kills. I think it was a little bit of indecisiveness on the side of Atmosphere. And it was an equal round.
Yeah, but that's definitely going to be a great confidence boost coming in from Edge, given the fact that he can win these gunfights. And as I did mention earlier, Rising ViperZ Bravo do like to take the gunfights coming into this round. Ooh, look at this! They're going to go for a 3-man B main push right now. Relic, the sole man who's holding towards this B main, does pick up his tripwire in time to see if he can. Does to see if he can get anything. They're going to rush onto him. Relic gets the first kill with his Vandal, will get traded out immediately by Drifter. They are going to be upgrading from the Spectre to the Vandal and now leave Edge in this really aggressive position towards the B mains. Ascension gets one with the Stinger. Crosser is going to get the trade on him as well. 3v3 situation. The Spike making its way towards the Ace side. Now, this is really important round because if Atmosphere do manage to lose this, they will be fighting for overtime, which can be really hard to do. We did see them try to make a brilliant comeback against Team Villainous on Ascent. They did just fall short, but let's take a quick look at what's happening right now. Drifter looking to see if he can get his position towards A main. A pinch coming in from all sides, the A main position, the CT position, and the Heaven position. Drifter is gonna get 2 kills for himself into this execute, and Edge is gonna finish off the retake with one for himself as well. 12 13-3 Apollonia. Do you think it's gonna go any longer? Is it gonna be a 13-3 quick split coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo?
It's a little bit much of an ask for AtmosFear to just win 8 rounds in a row. 9 rounds, actually. So, RVB, I think they have this one pretty much in the bag. They've played very consistently, thus the huge lead. And Drifter, triple kill, just not even breaking a sweat there. Now, he does have his ultimate ready this time around. You see 2 ultimates ready on the side of RVB. And this might actually help them in closing the game. It could be the last round for AtmosFear. Or will they buy more time for themselves? There's always possibilities, but Missile right off the bat gets the first kill, and that's Drifter with the showstopper. Finding Crosshair, Missile with the double. Now, it's just Sage and Raze, these buddies, taking out members of AtmosFear one by one. Now, Relic finds the kill on Ascension. Proves to be the better Cypher in this case here. Well, at least for this round.
They found my wire.
Relic moving up onto site. Now, the spike is with Phoenix, and he's not there. Relic is caught between 3 people, and last man standing is Inferno. I think this is game over, and RVB secures this first map.
A 1v4 situation for Inferno. A bulldog on him, the spike on him, and a dream to pull this back for AtmosFear. The A site is open. He should be able to secure the plant coming in over here. No one holding towards the backside. There are no rotations coming through. They were all towards the mid market and B mid position. This will also this long rotation coming in will allow Inferno to get an aggressive position towards the screens. That's exactly what he's gone for right now. Lunatic Monster definitely expecting it and is definitely gonna wait for this position. They do take out the tripwire towards the mid position and are going to jump onto site. Who Inferno is like a mouse in a trap right now, and Lunatic Monster lands a shot with the operator. 13-3. The first map going towards Rising ViperZ Bravo as they go 1-0 up in this best of 3 Apollonia. Beautiful split coming out for them. They just had AtmosFear scurrying around. The AtmosFear weren't really on the top of what's happening right now because they were caught on rotations. They weren't able to retake very well. So definitely great game coming in for Rising ViperZ Bravo. Surprise,
Oh,
surprise,
wow.
Drifter topping the scoreboard with 20 kills and 8 deaths. Edge is there with 15, and Bacon is right sandwiched right in the middle of the 4 members coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo. He had a good game with the operator. We did see him make good work of it, but in the end, the a team wins as the game works if a team wins. So Rising ViperZ Bravo do go 1-0 in this first best of 3. In this first map in the best of 3. Next up, the map is Haven, if I'm not wrong, where we will end the series if required on Pine. So talking about Haven, we did see Rising ViperZ Bravo play it on stream against God Particles. I think, if I'm not wrong, UNCA were casting that. So they did lose 13-5 on that, but on that also they had these really cool moments of aggression. We saw them playing a Sageless combination with Missile back to the Jet and Lunatic Monster and him using the double operator setup. They do like to take their gunfights. They do like to push aggressively. Let's take a quick look at the AMD relive the moments coming in from this map right now.
A very spectacular performance from RVB indeed. 13-3. They left no room for AtmosFear to breathe. And it kind of just screams that RVB is just more well-rounded in all the different components of what makes a strong team. So props to them. They did play it very well. We could see that they wouldn't force a site if they couldn't go for it. And when they did choose a site that they wanted, they fully committed. They completely stopped AtmosFear from the retakes because they did start out on the attacking side. And they had 3 successful A-side plants. You would think that AtmosFear, will kind of get the message of the 2, but they didn't. And the moment AtmosFear put that investment onto A-side, they switched up their plan and decided to infiltrate from the middle part of the map, or they went for B. So it's good planning on the side of RVB, I feel. At AtmosFear, they might just have to huddle up, go back to the drawing board, and figure out how they are going to approach the next map.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. They have seen them play Haven on stream. I would assume that they have done their WOD reviews, so definitely interesting to see how they would tackle Haven. And do you think Rising Vipers Bravo are going to put the final lane in the coffin with the 2-0 scoreline, or will we go towards the third map?
I'm not too sure because AtmosFear, this is not the atmosphere we're used to. They have a tagline made by us. They thrive in chaos. And this time there was no chaos. There was just a lot of doubt and shots that were missed. So AtmosFear, I would like to see how they would put up the fight in map number 2. And then we can see for ourselves from there.
We do see these highlights coming in. Drifter, he did have these aggressive positions towards, the city spawn. They were pushing constantly, pushing Atmosphere back and looking to see what they could do. Atmosphere was just getting outplayed, in my opinion. It wasn't like anything like they, were even cutting it close. And sometimes we did see some moments where they were trying to do different things. We saw Bacon with the operator, but nothing much, not much talking points for Atmosphere coming in this round. Greatly impressed with Rising Vipers Bravo. Great bounce back from them. After having lost to God Particles earlier on in the tournament.
All right, guys. Now remember, the team that does not win today, they are unfortunately done. It is the end of the road for this tournament. But remember, Series 2 registrations are live. You can grab your friends and sign up for that. Link is in the description. We'll be back very shortly. We are going to prep for map number 2. In the meantime, if you want to treat yourself, do check out the links in the description. And there's a 10% off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, like what myself and Rex are using. All right, so sit back, relax, watch some highlights, and we'll be back very shortly with map number 2.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. Third generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best settings. That's why I use AMD's third generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. We're back with map number 2. It is Rising Vipers Bravo versus AtmosFear. Now, in the first map, RVB won 13-3. Very dominant performance, coming in just so big, ready to just take over this quarterfinals. We are in the lower brackets. Now, let's move on to the map screen and talk a little bit more about the map picks for today.
We did see Rising Vipers Bravo coming up strong and dominant on split. We will now be heading over towards Haven, which is the do or die situation for AtmosFear. If they do lose this map, they are out of TEC Challenger Series 1, and they're going to have to restart their journey in TEC Challenger Series 2 to make it this far into the tournament. Talking about Haven, we did see, as I mentioned earlier, them play this out against God Particles. Rising Vipers Bravo versus God Particles was one of the first games in the round of 16. Rising Vipers Bravo did manage maintained a close scoreline with a 5-5 scoreline, and after that, the game completely shifted tides as we swapped sides. God Particles finished the map off with a 13-5 scoreline, so it really reflects that they did understand how Rising Vipers Bravo were approaching Haven, and they did definitely set up their playstyle according to that, so that they could crack the code and have a flawless game from them. So I hope AtmosFear are doing something similar, because who doesn't want a great series? Who wants to see a quick 2-0? I definitely wanted to go the distance. Some nail-biting action is always going to be really, really fun to see, and so it's going to be really exciting to see this map. Talking about Haven, a lot of teams do prefer to be an attacking-sided map, given the 5 side that it has 3 sides. But without wasting any time, let's head right into the game right now. The agent selections we are going back to a Sage lineup. We see a Sage, Phoenix, Sova, a Cypher, and Omen, the same picks that we saw from them coming to the previous half. And they are looking to aggress towards this B position. The Cypher is the lone man towards the A side, holding up with a tripwire towards the A shot position, and is going to probably use a camera towards the A long. Yep, he does exactly that. The camera will be broken in an instant, but the push has already come. They've already flanked them. They've flanked them already. Are they going to be ready for this? The Sova dart will come through. The Cypher has already left the site on the retake. They have walked into a free site. They will be able to get this back down now at any moment, and they do know that the flank is coming in with 2 members. They are expecting it. They are looking to see if they can do anything. Drifter will get the first kill onto Bones in a moment, and Bacon holding with a shot. He gets one, will fall back, but does he get spotted? Yes, he does get spotted by Edge. Drifter and Edge are going to get one piece with a 2v4 situation for AtmosFear, who are currently losing. It will continue. It's a 1v3 situation, and just as I say that, Drifter gets a 4k into this round. Continuing the same tone we saw from them on Split, the same aggression, the same pushing. Does manage to get them one round.
Drifter just coming in massive there. First round, 4 kills off the bat, and he must be feeling that high from the last game. RVB coming in this time with a dominant performance for the pistol round, because in the first map it was AtmosFear that won the first 2 rounds. So this time RVB, they might take this one. Now Haven is the map pick from AtmosFear, so we would like to think that they would fare better on this map. I do feel that it's very equal, depending on I mean, it's very equal whether it's the attacker side or the defender side. There are 3 sides for you to play with, so it leaves a lot of room for strategizing and mind games. But Missile gets that first pick off onto AtmosFear. It is an equal round, so not too much that AtmosFear would lose.
But even though it is an eco round, they do, Rising Vipers Bravo are going to continue this aggression. Look at this, Sage from A-Shot has made her way to mid, lower mid. She does jump onto Bacon, will get a second for herself in this round. AtmosFear have not accustomed themselves to this aggression, one would say, but definitely since it was just an eco round, we can't really just make a talking point out of it. The first buy round where they do have real guns such as the Phantoms and the Vandal is something that we will, be looking forward to see if they do switch up their gears to see if we can, see something different coming out from them.
Flawless round. Was an eco, but it's fine. Now we move on into the third round, and we can see the full buy coming in from the side of AtmosFear. We see a couple of Guardians and a few Phantoms. RVB, they are going to stick to their previous investment, which is the Spectre. You could say that they are less superior to the guns that AtmosFear has. So let's see if AtmosFear, technically on paper, should come out on top. Let's see if they do manage to get that. Now Missile pushes C-Long. Right around the corner is the Sova. He's just going to hold this position. Not quite. He's going for the push. And he might just be met. Crosshair takes him out. And it's almost like, they're expecting the defenders to push out. 2 kills off the bat. And this is AtmosFear trying to make their way over to the B side. Bones, Relic will find a kill. And last man standing is Lunatic Monster. He sprays 47 HP. Might not come out of this one alive. The spike is making its way, however, to the A side. And they're not even going to chase for Sova. They want to get the plant off, get that money, and then probably hunt for Lunatic Monster.
This might as well just be a flawless round coming in from AtmosFear, given the fact that they were able to get those Phantoms and the Vandals. While we did see Rising Vipers Bravo just sticking to the Spectres, Bones hoping to see if he can find Lunatic Monster in the smoke. Does he know that they're right next to each other? The smoke will fade out at any moment now, and Bones comes out on top. I really liked what they did this round because they had the Crosshair. If you see, he was holding back to the scene of position. He did know that they like to aggress, and just as he was aggressing, he catches a rough guard and gets his first kill over there. Bacon gets the kill over there as well. And even though it's a 3v5 situation, we do see Drifter, who's playing the Phoenix. He pushes up inside this inside this B cubby, which wasn't really required since your team is already 3 men down. There wasn't any need for you to push. He does push, does get raided. So yeah, it's not possible to come out on top on the judgments each and every round. In this round, we will be seeing what they are going for is the A-shot and A-main aggression that we saw from them coming in the previous round. Relic does get picked off by the operator. Drifter pushing in with his run it back. Does spot the spike. That's going to be huge for his team. He will be sent back. The spike will be recovered by the rest of the team. They've completely left the A side right now. I think Lunatic Monster will be headed back towards the Haven position to play in this retake position. They've stacked with the Sage towards the B. Crosser is going to be taken down by the operator onto Missile as well. Bones putting close. Does he know that there's someone right up his box? That's going to be really interesting. He's going to be into this gunfight right now. Peeks out, spots Missile, does take him down. Will use his smokes to, buy some more time, teleports away to safety. It's a 2v4 situation for AtmosFear, who are looking to salvage this round. Drifter definitely spotting one member towards the lower garage position, will look to push on the back of this information that he has gained. Will he peek this? That's exactly what's going to happen. Catches Bones with the wall in his hand. Unlike timing. Sorry, catches in front of the wall in his hand. Bones is right there. Drifter is going to go in for the gunfight again. Will be taken down.
RVB coming back in. The good performance, just taking AtmosFear down. Now, 3-1. RVB, they're off to a good start. And AtmosFear, if they want to stay in this competition, they have to take this map by all means. It is a best of 3. And no more chances as it is the lower bracket. Now Drifter's playing out of his mind, very consistent in the first map and the second.
I did like how they've been switching it up because in the pistol round we saw the Cypher towards the A side. Now we see the Cypher towards the B garage. They have been switching it up each and round. Missile still holding with this operator aggressively towards the long position. Do you think he's still gonna continue on his tone with the aggression with the operator, like pushing these angles? And looks like that's exactly what he's gonna do. On the back of the Sova drone will clear out a shot. That means that no one else is there. And it looks like they've called for a rotation of the stage, moving in towards this B-link position. Bacon holding this angle should get missile peeking into him right now. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Does get his ultimate into this round. The Blaze Storm can be really effective if he plans to use it. Drifter still pushing the smoke. He does take the gunfight. He will fall back as he doesn't get shot. And Bacon, he's gonna get his second off the round. The A side is currently open, and that's exactly what we see AtmosFear going. They are going to run into the A side and will be able to secure the spike now because the rotations are a long way away. The Paranoia needs to clear the A side. The Cypher Cage will buy some more time. Rising ViperZ Bravo are definitely going to opt in for this retake since they are in the driver's seat. They will have economy, but look at this Edge. He gets the kill onto Bones, who's abreast up towards the Heavens position. Ascension will get the kill onto Bacon as well. We're in a 3v3 situation. 2 members towards the Heaven position and 1 towards the CD position. The retake is coming through. Ascension will jump down. Does get spotted on the Cypher camera. Relic's going to take him down. Lunatic Monster with his operator is going to get one. Inferno's on the side. Does spot one on the Cypher camera. On the recon, excuse me. And there come the kills. 3-2. AtmosFear, good round coming in from them despite having lost the round earlier to this. They still not going to back down from this. It is all about the mental coming in from them, since they received a thrashing with a 13-3 score line coming in now. They are definitely going to be happy with the fact they have managed to secure this round, making things closer for them.
Indeed, AtmosFear. This time looking a little bit close, I would hope to think, because in the first map the scoreline was 3-3 and Rising ViperZ Bravo didn't drop a round after AtmosFear got 3 rounds. So let's see if it's a trend that will happen again. But here is Bones trying to make an entrance into Garage. And the spike still in a safe spot, will be carried by the Sage. Drifter gets taken down. And Drifter is such an important component to RVB. Not to say that everyone else is not playing as well. They are playing great, but Drifter's just really shining. The spotlight is definitely on him. Recombo gets taken out by Ascension. He hops away and he's taken down by Bones. Did not see that one coming. 5v3. The spike, however, isn't moving to C. Bones finds Missile. I would say 5v2. The spike,
Silence.
yeah, still would make its way onto C. But what was that? The Edge with the spray, triple kill, just stopping that push. How did he even do that? AtmosFear lined up for him, and with the pistol, Relic takes him out. But that was just a mad spray, 1v1 situation between both Sovas. Now, which one will come on top? Lunatic Monster, he's looking for the last man standing. The spike is on hand. Some Sova action coming in hot and ready. 10 seconds left on the clock. And it doesn't seem like the attacker is going for the plant, but Crosshair takes Lunatic Monster out. And this is a win for AtmosFear. That was a mad round.
Oof, Edge definitely cutting it really close for AtmosFear. And in that round, if Crosshair hadn't managed to secure the kill on Lunatic Monster, the time was really low. So they that could have definitely swung the round for Rising ViperZ Bravo, but they just managed to get him top. Look at this beautiful spray down from Edge. Gets one, peeks out, and on the spray manages to hold the recoil and gets his 3k. Beautiful hold coming in from him, but it's just not enough to carry his team over the line. Crosshair prepping the recon towards this mid-market position, but look at this double push coming in from them towards the mid position. This is exactly what we saw coming from them towards the pistol round. Drifter's already made his way into the B window position. Relic sees him, Red's gonna get the kill on him. Crosshair with the operator gets the kill on him as well. There comes the Sova ultimate. That's gonna reveal everything for them. They are going to push on the A side. On the back of that, Bacon with the Blade Storm is going to get his second kill of the round. Looking to still aggress towards the Series 1 position, falls right back, and it's a 1v5 situation for Rising ViperZ Bravo. Edge does get taken down by Bones. Flawless round coming in from them, keeping it clean on the economic round.
Yep, equal round. for RVB. Good choice there. AtmosFear will find themselves in the lead for the first time since this map has started. Now, Drifter here just runs in, but you know, it almost looked like the defenders wanted a quick route. They weren't going to rely on the pickoffs. And Crosshair, very comfortable on their ult. Takes down a couple. Now, moving into this next round, let's bring up the scoreboard. Let's see how everybody is doing. Drifter still at the top, Bacon and Bones.
Cover going out.
Both of them. It's almost like their name kind of goes hand in hand. Bacon and Bones. Now,
Definitely does get confusing while casting because there's so many bees. Bacon, Bones. Does get kind of hard. Lunatic Monster gets the kill onto Inferno. Crosshair is gonna get the trade as well. Missile is the lone man standing towards the A side, but they also called the complete rotation. Ooh, but look at this positioning from Bones. He's made his way into Garage. That's going to be so important. Definitely calling out this information to his team. They haven't, put down the brush towards the A side, and now they're going to be able to rotate towards the C side. That's exactly what Bones is, setting for his team to cut off that rotation so that they can, get a few kills lurking perfectly. The Phoenix wall to get themselves into the side. Drifter's gonna get the kill, and the kill, that's a spike down as well. Bones in inside the garage does get the one kill, but will get traded out instantly. Crosshair with his ultimate, will he be able to connect on him? No, Missile gets the kill, and he's gonna get traded out by Relic instantly. It's a 1v2 situation for Relic. Does get spotted on the Cypher ultimate, if I'm not wrong. Does he know there's everyone's was the B side? There's 25 seconds on the clock. The Cypher camera towards the B side is not going to make things easier for him, as he will be spotted if Ascension decides to open up his camera. 15 seconds on the clock. There comes the spy cam dart. Has spotted him. Does he know what he's doing? Yes, he does. But Edge, he is faster. Gets the kill onto Relic. 4-all. This is such an interesting game. This is extremely neck-to-neck Apollonia, making it intense. Both teams keeping us in for a treat for the rest of the game.
indeed. An AtmosFear, they have a lot of economy. That's going to work well in their favor. Now RVB, they're trying to bounce back. There's a tie. This match is going a lot closer than expected. And, we have seen many games where once the side swap happens, one team could just completely knock the other out of the park, or it could still continue being this close. And the closer the better, the more games and the more fun.
Crosshair is going to pick up one kill. That's also going to reveal Missile's position. Ooh, but there comes Relic jumping through. He gets traded, but Bones is there to finish him off as well. A 3v3 situation. Lunatic Monster has pushed up towards the A side, will definitely get detected on the trip by the sport information for his team. Bones looking through the Cypher cage, just a little blank spot that's going to help him get the kill. It's a 2v3 situation. Rising ViperZ Bravo are currently scurrying for information. Lunatic Monster makes his way towards B links to see if that's where the push is coming. AtmosFear are taking their time into this round. They know that they are in the man advantage, and they know that they can afford to play the time and go for these straight kills. This is exactly what's doing. The spike will now make its way towards the C side, and that's exactly what's happening. The recon darts comes in, will not spot anyone onto the side, and there is the rush. Bones lurking in towards the crash position, will break the tripwire. That will definitely reveal his position, and Bacon gets the kill onto Ascension. 1v3 for Lunatic Monster. Can he stick to his name? Can he prove that the real monster that he actually is? Bones still in the garage position, cutting off this flank. The spike has been planted for C-Long, and that just leaves him scarring. This is the default position, excuse me. Bones lets Lunatic Monster pass. Bacon, faster with the operator, gets a kill for himself in this round as well. That's a second for this round with the operator.
AtmosFear here, trying not to miss a beat. And this just puts them in a very good spot, and RVB's economy is going to suffer just a little bit here. Now, it's been very back and forth, so both sides, they're pretty much, balancing between each other. Now, Drifter and Edge playing so well, but they are going to go for the eco this round. It's much needed. You can see only 3,000 credits, barely to buy a decent rifle and some armor. But here is the push. And Bacon takes out Edge. 1-for-1 trade there. Bones finds Ascension. Now all of the attackers are on C side. Going for this one quick. Just a quick strategy. And Missile almost connects that shot. Come out, but Bones takes him down. As expected, it is an equal round.
The Riddick monster trying to salvage a kill or two, but will get taken down by Inferno. Actually, I did think the missile did connect the headshot, but due to the damage drop off on the Sheriff, I think he managed to do 145 damage instead of the 150 that happens when you land the headshot. Yeah, we do see him landing the headshot onto Bacon, but was unable to complete the kill. You know, really unfortunate. And pushes the smoke and does get taken down by Bones.
Now we're moving into the next round. AtmosFear with a 2-round lead. RVB will go for the full buy. Bones. He's gonna teleport in. He does have the ultimate up. Gonna utilize it as of now.
Joke's over! You're
Waiting for the
dead!
right opportunity. But the spike though, he's not going for C. Bones just swapping positions here. He's just gonna back away. Created all of that ruckus. And this is what AtmosFear is good at doing. Here on Haven at least. And that is bamboozling their opponents. 3 times the sides, three times the option. Now Bones did teleport in to the back. There's a spray, but Drifter's gonna take him out. The spike has successfully been planted. Trades. 1-for-1 everywhere, 3v3 situation. Almost like a mirror. Inferno spots the Omen. But Edge is going to take him out, and that is RVB coming back with a very strong defense. And that retake, I felt the AtmosFear just wasn't quite ready for it. They didn't plan themselves, not all angles were looked at. And here Bones teleports in, but doesn't really get that kill, and that was actually really painful because a lot of these defenders, they came through Heaven and just wrecked havoc.
Definitely Bones, if he decided to use the paranoia over there, would have, you know, definitely been on the upper hand towards this execute. The retake coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo was really clean. They, as I did mention earlier, they have gone in for the dual up setup with one towards the A long position, and this time around the garage spot being held. Edge looking to pull off an early round ultimate, does get spotted and will be cancelled and sent back on the back of that kill. But Bacon is going to get taken down by missile. That means no more operator coming in for AtmosFear. Half Bones is going to spot Edge lurking inside that smoke. Will get him. Inferno will heal up Bones to a lot more HP. That will help him, you know, get the better gun fight. The resurrection is not quite far away from AtmosFear for AtmosFear, as well as they just need 2 orbs. That could mean a kill coming in from Inferno and an orb would just help them, you know, get them back to 5-man. Missile will put this wall up to, you know, buy some more time for his team. But look at this setup coming in from Rising ViperZ Bravo. They've completely abandoned the seaside, and that's exactly where the spike is going. Ascension slowly creeping to make his way in there. That's exactly what he's doing. The smokes have come in towards garage, and the second smoke should come in towards city. That's not going to happen, as probably the timer on the smoke does take time, as Omen, you know, has a 35-second cooldown on each smoke. They are definitely looking to push this. There comes the paranoia. Will blind the logs player. Definitely spots one there. Does he spot Drifter? Yes, he does. Does he know about the second player? Yes, he does. But Ascension's faster. Will get rid of it. It's a 3v2 situation. AtmosFear in the driving seat would look at Missile's position. He's pushed up so close. The operator gets one. Will he get the second? No, Inferno's faster. It's a 1v2 situation. The monster caught with the recon in his hand, and that's going to be another one for Inferno.
Ending off the first half, 7-5. This is a good comeback for AtmosFear. They really want to stay in the competition. Now Bones with his entry fragging does find one in Crosshair. Finds another, but here Missile does pick off one, but Inferno just came in massive, taking the last 2 kills. 2v2 situation. Inferno just secured it. Now, pistols, we will have RVB on the side of attack and AtmosFear on the side of defense.
Do you think Rising Vipers Bravo are going to continue that extremely aggressive playstyle we saw coming from them? You know, that did work out for them, but after a point, I think AtmosFear were definitely expecting it, so they definitely read into this. We see Relic putting a camera up towards the A-long position. They do use the Cypher cage to cross up. He does get flashed on the camera. The execute is coming in towards the A side. Spots the first player. Will he convert the kill? The answer is no. Drift does get taken down 70 HP. Will heal up in an instant. But look at Bacon. Bacon's already pushed C long right now. There's so much information coming in for the team. The flank is perfect. Bacon spots one. Will he land the shot? Yes, he does. That puts it back into a 4v4 situation. He's gonna fall right back, but look at Missile's position. He's pushed up in garage window. Do they expect this? Yes, no. What's happening? This messy gunfight going on. Crosshair does manage to win that gunfight coming in for them. Bacon's gonna get his second into this round. That's a 4v2 situation. AtmosFear are in the driving seat right now. Lunatic Monster will get taken down. Bacon with his third as well. Bacon and Crosshair, they're gonna get 3 and 2 respectively. That secures this first pistol round coming in for AtmosFear.
It is definitely leaning towards a 3-map game. But Missile and this exchange here with Crosshair, that was really funny to me. Sometimes, you know, you just run into opponents, it happens, and just a little bit of a battle there. But Bacon ending it off with 3 kills. Very nicely done. AtmosFear off to a good start, so as a rule of thumb, it is going to be an equal round. It is the second one for the second half, round 14, and Bacon is just going to make his way over to Garage. Now AtmosFear, they're spread out, they're decked up, and they're ready.
It looks like we've entered a pause due to some technical difficulties that have arrived in this game. It does happen with a lot of members, internet issues or whatever. We should be going back, and that's right, the timer has been unpaused. Let's take a quick look at the setup that's coming in from AtmosFear. They are holding the solo Omen towards the C and the solo Cypher towards the A side. That's on Bones and Relic. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard, Bones leading the charge for his team, followed closely by but look at this aggressive push coming in from them towards this garage position. Crosshair gets taken down through the smoke. Drifter looks to challenge again, will get taken down. Crosshair with the second. Edge gets one as well with his frenzy. It's a 2v4 situation, but the HP is really, really low on both sides. Edge manages to sneak into this A side, into this B side. Will get taken down in and
I have retrieved the
this
spike.
Ascension recovers the spike. Nothing but a classic and a dream in his hand. Will get spotted out by Bacon, does take down Bacon with just one bullet, given how low Bacon was. The paranoia from Bones is perfect, does connect completely on it, but will not choose to push on
My
that.
camera is
The Cypher
destroyed.
camera for some additional information. Ascension is stuck over here, there's no way for him to go. Does take the gunfight with Bones, and
Ooh,
Crosshair from the backlines will take him down.
Crosshair was there to take the kill, but last man standing just caught in a tough place. And I thought the kill on Bacon was pretty hilarious. Bacon had no idea that the last man was just standing there, the Cypher Ascension. Some pretty good moments in this match, I would say. Now, Bacon leading at the top, and Edge, a little bit of an overtake over Drifter. RVB definitely not performing as dominant as they did in the first map. 13-3, and now it is 5-9. Well, granted that the first map was picked by RVB, the second by AtmosFear. Now Bacon just taken a very high position here. Here, the AWP. He's got to be careful. Get picked off, but not quite, as he takes down Missile. But Lunatic Monster, he's there. Finds Bacon with a headshot. RVB though, lost 2 members, only 3 left. Spike is in a safe spot and very far from the site. And I don't think RVB has any idea, but kills simultaneously. It's almost like AtmosFear stole all the momentum that RVB had and left them dry.
Bacon does use this aggressive angle based on from B box. That's that's one advantage of Jet, that he can get up to these angles, and definitely makes sense to have the operator onto him. 10-5 Atmosphere looking to close this one out earlier in the game for them. So what do you think, Apollonia? Do you think that Atmosphere are going to be able to close this out earlier, given the fact that they are playing really well on this map?
If they continue this momentum, if they continue playing this careful and this precise, knowing what they want, they could. And Crosshair, Relic will find a kill. This is great defense on the position change by Bones. That's a triple. Flawless round. He's playing a really good Omen today, I would say. A really, really good Omen.
Yeah, definitely. We saw him play on the Omen earlier against Team Villainous on Ascent as well. On Bind, he does prefer the Sage. So, do like the fact that they have a deep agent pool. Talking about agent pools, we saw this same lineup coming up from Rising ViperZ Bravo, even on split, except that the fact that they've gone up Raze instead of Phoenix. Crosshair does pop this early on ultimate, does spot one member, will connect the kill onto Drifter as well. It's a 4v5 situation. No resurrection available immediately, so that's not gonna be a 5v5 anytime soon coming in for them. The spike, look at the spike where's dropped. The spikes dropped outside the T spawns towards the attacker spawns. Definitely gonna be a large while for them to be able to execute. Cross is gonna come under fire right now. As he spots one, will connect the kill. The recon will come in, that will reveal one member on the side. Goes to the kill, but Missile is there to avenge his teammate. The spike hasn't been recovered, so they're just on site looking to see if they can get the kills. Now we see Missile is definitely trying to rotate for this one. Bone spots it. Will he know Missile is there? He doesn't win the gunfight over there. Ooh, that's gonna be a 2v2 situation. Lunatic Monster on the side, Bacon peeking from heaven, trying to see if he can get a cheeky kill onto him. The spike is currently making its way towards the seaside, which I said that Lunatic Monster is going to be taken down. Missile in a 1v2 situation, him against the world. If he loses this round, if Rising ViperZ Viper are not able to secure this round, they are fighting for overtime since we're on 12 rounds. The broken tripwire will definitely reveal his position now. 20 seconds as he heads back to a site. They do have the Cypher camera up there that will reveal anything that's happening there, but the rest of Atmosphere have made their way towards the A side. Towards the C side, looking to play for the retake situation. 10 seconds. The spike will be planted right now. The Cypher camera should be activated to see what's happening.
This is getting spicy, Rex Dreams.
There comes the revive. That's into a 2v2 situation. The Cypher camera dart will reveal the Sage's positions. They're looking for the camera. They don't exactly know where it is. Bacon, he's up in heavens. Does get spotted on the recon. That's so much more information for them. There comes the Sova. Ultimate will not be able to connect on him. Just spots Bacon. Will it get the kill onto Bacon? Yes, it will. And Missile is gonna get one for himself as well. 11-6 as they claw back this round.
It's like I could feel it in my bones. You see what I did there? That this round was going to be spicy. So Missile turns around, gets the resurrection off, and it's a Sage and Sova just working together. And the recon bolt spots the last two members on the side of Atmosphere. RVB getting around for themselves, but they are still very far. There is a 5-round gap, and Atmosphere overall definitely much more consistent in this map.
Joke's over.
Now,
You're dead.
Crosshair. There's the op ready. Ooh, and the shot doesn't quite connect, but they didn't get the kill either. Lunatic Monster, he's safe. And the attackers, they're looking for a push, but there's no one in A except for the trap wires and the spy camp. They're entities of their own because it's just so useful in giving out the information that you want in a team. That's why Cypher, majority of the team compositions, yes, we see Sage all the time, but we have seen team comps run without a Sage. And when they do that, Cypher is still there. So he's a very useful agent pick, most definitely. Now Relic, looking for the rotate here. And Rising ViperZ Bravo, they realize that no one is here on A side. They're going to set this one up. Now will they be able to defend the spike once it's planted?
Revealing area.
Gonna drop that recon, get that
Deploying
information,
drone.
pump out the drone. Now everyone's collapsing. This is going to get hot and heavy as all 5 members of each side, they're still alive. Inferno takes out the drone, Relic here, utilizing that spy cam. And he's up in heaven. Now Edge, he will be on the ground. Spots the Cypher, Drifter takes him out. He has the spray. Lunatic Monster finds one Drifter with the second. Edge does get another, and Missile. Oh, that was a flawless round. Rising ViperZ Bravo, after that previous round and then now this round, you can see that they've got a little fire. Now they have to keep winning rounds consecutively because AtmosFear, they're 2 rounds away from staying in this competition. And from the looks of it, they're against a pretty tough team, and RVB, they're showing it. So AtmosFear, you can't relax. Yes, it's only 2 more rounds to the finishing line, but you still have to play with everything that you've got.
Ooh, I didn't really like what Relic did. They didn't have information about what was happening towards the under heaven position. That was definitely not covered on the recon board. But they still decide to jump through and try to get the kills, and Relic was just falling to his death. I didn't really like that, but definitely something that they had in mind when they went in for the retake. Really weird strat, but let's look at what's happening in this round. We are looking to see a C execute. The recon dart will come through. Will get taken down before even a single pulse connects. Crosshair with a shock dart. Looking to see if we can get anything. Bacon gets his first. Crosshair and Bacon are going to chime in with a few kills. Bones is going to get one as well. This is looking really good for AtmosFear as they finish this round with just 1 man dying. Crosshair locking down Seaside.
That is AtmosFear realizing that, oh damn, RVB still got the fight within them. So let's just close this out. Good round for them, and they definitely want to stay in the competition. You can feel it through their gameplay. They really came into map 2 with a new mindset. Almost as though they were telling themselves, yo, we're gonna stay in this competition. We're gonna bring it. We didn't have a good first game. In fact, it was almost pretty much like a stomping. It was 13-3. So they came into this second game, second map, really wanting to redeem themselves. And trust me, I think they've pretty much got that redemption. Now this could be the last round for RVB, or it could be more time.
Match point. If they win this, we're going to a 3rd map, Apollonia, and it's going to be really intense coming in. They are looking for a B-side execute right now. The Sage Wall has been broken, but it does look like they are shying away from that. They are trying to go in for these fakes to bait out anything coming in from AtmosFear. But this time around, they're not falling for that. The spike is making its way towards the A-shot position. Relic holding up close in this A-shot position. Will he get Ascension close by? Yes, he will. He's the lone man on site right now. Does lurk into the smokes. Will get flashed, and there he sees the person on the tripwire. Jumps out, gets one as well. Is he going to get the peak counter missile? Yes, he is. That's his 4th of the round. Locking down the site individually, 13-7 as AtmosFear take Haven and level things up.
All right, congratulations to AtmosFear. They have taken the 2nd map for themselves, and that is Haven. So this means we will go into a 3rd game, ladies and gentlemen. Rising ViperZ Bravo versus AtmosFear. 2 teams that I really felt were very equal in skill matchup. And I think it pretty much proved it because we are going into a 3rd map. Usually when there's a huge skill discrepancy, we don't get that chance to see a 3rd one. But anyway, Crosshair leading at the top, followed by Bones and Bacon. Many kills, but overall a great collective performance from the side of AtmosFear. Most definitely, everyone tried to carry their weight, with the exception of their support in the back, right at the bottom of the board. But not to worry, it all worked out in their favor. So let's just talk a little bit more about what went down in map number 2. Quick recap, map number 1, it was 13-3 in favor of RVB. And now in map 2, AtmosFear took it for themselves. So we'll go into map 3. Let's go into AMD's Relive the Moment and see some highlights of what went down.
Split was just, in my opinion, given the way how AtmosFear played this, round was just like a hiccup, just like a bump in the road, just a pothole coming into their map pool. We did see a completely different atmosphere, just as you mentioned. This is not the atmosphere we were used to seeing, because they did play a really, really good Haven, because they were just, I think they're just blown out of the water because weren't really prepared for split. They did receive a thrashing with a 13-3 score line, and yeah, let's see what happens into the third map that we see. On this map, talking about Haven, I did like how they were prepared for the aggression coming in. They were expecting it. They did adapt their playstyle midway to the game, because after the first few rounds, we did see them expecting that crosshair looking towards the C long position. But Rising Vipers Bravo, they definitely have the aim. They were definitely winning those gunfights. Their executes towards the C side, where they faked out the defenders, where they walked into a free side winning those retakes. Those runs were really, really good coming in from them, that did allow them to salvage a few rounds coming this half into this map, excuse me. But this is the second time we saw them play Haven, and they've lost it both times, especially on stream. 13-5 against the God Particles, 13-7. There's definitely obviously a reason that they've decided to pick this map, but it hasn't been working out for them. um so I'm really excited to see how this pans out for Atmosphere on Bind and Rising Vipers Bravo. Now, talking about Bind, that's going to be our third map. We've seen Ascension and Co actually play this once in the series, their previous lower bracket matchup in the round of 16 against E Samurai, where they won with a 13-8 scoreline against E Samurai. They ran the Omen, Raze, Sage, Sova, and Brimstone. It's really interesting to see how they swapped over to the Brimstone compared to the Omen on this map, um, since on maps like Bind there is no mid area, there's no area on the map which is really essential to take control of. So you can go for the Brimstone 3 smokes to directly go in for your executes. So it's really going to be interesting. And talking about Bind coming out from Atmosphere, we did see them play Bind on stream against Team Wellness. That was a 13-7 scoreline where they lost and were relegated to this lower bracket that they're currently in. uh, on that map, we did really notice them making silly mistakes with some really stupid aggression coming from them. And not only that, Team Villainous had a great bind. They use those teleporters effectively. They use the map, like how the map is and the specialities of the map really, really well to be able to garner themselves a win on this on bind that sent them against the upper bracket where they will be facing off Velocity Gaming. It's really interesting to see. Would be really interested. That game is coming up tomorrow to see how they pan out against Velocity Gaming and how they've prepared for that map. Now talking about these highlights, this is the exact type of retakes that I'm coming talking about. They do get spotted on the recon drone, but they still yeah, this is exactly what's happening. They did like jump in as a unit, jumping in from the heavens position, jumping in from CT as a team. That definitely did allow them to go in for these really quick rounds. You could really see the team aspect of it. The team chemistry was there. Some some situations where they over aggressed without any reason that did get them picked off. This is probably the play of the map. We saw Edge jumps out of here, gets one, gets two towards C long. There's two easy kills, three kills for him in this, and definitely secured the a few rounds for his team, but the map going to Atmosphere were just a cut above them, just a little bit better.
Indeed. So we are going to go into map number 3, and do take note that RVB has picked the third map. So don't go anywhere. We will prep for that. And remember, Series 2 is open for registration. So all you viewers, join in on the fun. Series 2 starts in September. So grab your buddies and sign up. Link is in the description. And if you want to go shopping, treat yourself, do check out the links. We have products from all our amazing sponsors, and we have 10% off JBL content gaming headsets, like what myself and Rex Dreams are wearing and using. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we'll be back very shortly with Map 3 Rising Vipers Bravo versus Atmosphere.
numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Justice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges series powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. We're back with map number 3 in a very exhilarating best of 3. Remember, it is the quarterfinals, lower brackets, and we have Rising ViperZ Bravo versus AtmosFear. So without further ado, let's quickly go into the map screen and get this action started.
We are heading towards Bind. That's going to be our last and final map in this series. The score is currently tied at 1-all. The stakes are the highest in this map. Whoever loses this map will actually be eliminated from the tournament, which can really be really sad. Talking about Bind, the latest games are both eSamurai versus Rising ViperZ Bravo. The Rising ViperZ Bravo came on top with a 13-8 scoreline. I did mention this earlier. They ran the Omen, Reyes, Sage, Sova, and the Brimstone. Really interesting to see on Bind that a double smoke agent. We don't really see that coming out very often, but would be interesting to see how they actually fare against them. Talking about AtmosFear on Bind, they've actually played Bind twice in this tournament. Once against Stream Snipers, where we saw that really aggressive playstyle where they ran the breach and they played really aggressive. And then the second time as well, we saw them in 13-2 on both maps. So really interesting to see how this Bind actually turns out.
Now, Bind is a map that is not often picked, and we haven't seen it in a lot of the options in the best of 3 so far. So it's cool to see Bind once again. Because if there is a Bind, it's usually map 3. and we don't go that far, but this time we have this opportunity. RVB and AtmosFear. I have no idea who's going to take this win here in the quarterfinals, and I'm excited to find out. Now let's pull up the scoreboard real quick and have a look at the team compositions. Now, there's a little bit of a switch up on some agents and some of their members. Edge, for one, now is playing the Brimstone. He was an Omen the last game, and Ascension is on the Omen instead of Cypher. Also, there is going to be both Sages. Now, what is interesting is that RVB does not have a Cypher. They have opted for the Omen and for the Brimstone for that control aspect, and that is going to be pretty interesting. Cypher thrives on Bind, single-handedly being able to lock down B site. We've seen that as a very successful strategy from a lot of teams. But going into this pistol round, Bacon will be the one to lead the charge here on A shot. Looking for an opportunity for the toss that nade into lamps. Not quite get the angle. Gets tagged. 60 HP left. And the spike. Looks like they're going to make the rotation towards Hookah instead. Bacon with the detour. He's going to be pushing long. And it's a fight for B side. RVB rotated probably a little bit too early. Or have they? Because the spike might just come into contact with a backstab on the side of defenders. Not quite. The spike makes way. Missile. Doesn't catch them. But Drifter takes out Relic. First kill. Map number 3. 22 HP. Defenders have rotated. And Bones finds a double. But Lunatic Monster stops his rampage. 10 seconds left on the clock. Will they get the spike planted? Lunatic Monster picks up Crosshair, kills left, right, center, and the defenders will come up victorious on this first round. First point to RVB.
I like AtmosFear's idea to, go in for the fake, but I think they just took too long to actually execute on the site, and when they actually made it to the site, they only had like 15 seconds left, so it wasn't enough for them to plant it. The idea was there, but the execution lacking for them. Rising Vipers Bravo do pick up their first round in this map. Talking about the Cypherless combo, it hasn't really worked out in the past. Last time around, when we did see a Cypherless combo coming out against AtmosFear, we did see Relic having a great performance. Both of us remember that map when he had a really good 1v3 clutch on the secondary pistol round. So they did have, he does like that, but look at this. The aggression coming in from Ascension out of Hookah does get Relic picked off into this map. And Missile, he's pushed out on the flank as well with the Sova drone helping him clear out the angle. Crosshair gets his first, and the flank from Missile is good. Manages to get one kill, and still looking to push this even through the smokes. Does get slow up, that'll buy some time. The recon doesn't connect on anyone since they've made their way towards the cave position. A 2v4 situation, AtmosFear have backed up towards the attacker side at spawn, looking to see if they can, make something out of this. They are rotating out towards the Showers position, but the mark from the Sova is that they are looking to see if they can make something out of this. A side is currently empty. If they actually choose to go for this, they might as well be able to secure the spike in right now. And that's exactly looking like what's happening. Lunatic Monster definitely does know, does expect this. And there comes the smoke towards the cross. The spike will be secured inside the green box. There comes the push from Lunatic Monster to deny the spike plant. He'll do exactly that. The smoke cutting off Bones from the rest of his team. There comes the push throughout the smoke. Bones will not be able to secure the kill onto Lunatic Monster. 4 men survive for Rising Viper Bravo as they head into the first bye round in this game.
Now 2 points for RVB. Usually as expected. There are very few teams that even when they do eco in the second round, they're able to actually get the round win. We've seen it happen with Vertigo. That's because, they're very good. Sorry, not Vertigo, Velocity Gaming. Because they're very good at finding the weak points. Their just general firepower is really strong. And now with the full buy, this will be AtmosFear's chance to try and get a round for themselves. Now, Bacon, he's going to be pushing B short. Crosshair, however, finds Lunatic Monster. Kills across the board. RVB finding themselves in a tight spot here, as they only have 3 members left alive. Now, Drifter gets caught off by Bacon. 2 defenders left. And this is Edge dropping the Stim Beacon. He's gonna push through B Hall, make himself known, but Bones finds him. Last man standing is Missile. He's holding a Phantom. And this is where RVB might just suffer a little bit with the economy as Inferno gets the killing.
Ooh, Atmosphere. We did see this from them in the on Haven as well. They did lose the pistol round, if I'm not wrong, but they did manage to bounce back and secure the rest of the map. So they are looking to do this half well. Bind is actually like kind of a balanced map because we've seen teams win on attack starting and defense starting. Bacon lining up this boombot to enter towards the that ends up inside Hookah. Bacon currently leading the charge, followed closely by Bones. The paranoia is there to have them push aggressively, but that's not gonna happen as they do decide to abandon that plan. Bones, in the meantime, is slowly creeping up towards the B long position. This hold towards Hookah can be a feast or famine, as CA likes to say. They are holding towards Zuka and they have no idea about the rest of the players who have managed to make their way towards B long. But look at Lunatic. Look at Crosshair's position. He's still lurking towards towards the A side, trying to get a pick off on the rotation. And the lack of the cipher will allow these guys to actually just walk into side. They can just waltz into side and do not even use any smokes to make their contact. The smoke towards Zuka just to bait out. Just to buy some time for them. The nade actually falls right onto Drifter as the Sage Wall blocks him off. The spike will be secured. Missile looking to rotate in from the initial position will be taken down by Crosshair. 3v5 situation as the retake is on. Lunatic Monster, just as the smoke fades away, will enter into the side and just as the Ascension gets one for him as well as the 4v3. Inferno takes on Lunatic Monster. It's going to be a 4v2 situation. The Paranoia did connect, but they're not going to be able to manage to get any kills on the back of that. They are looking to cut off the station from them. They are looking to make sure that no guns are surviving in this round, and they are looking to hunt for anything that goes into the next one. That's not going to happen as they have pushed up towards the CT spawn towards the A shot position to the mid market. The Tripwire reveals the positioning onto Ascension, who will just manage to survive as the hunt doesn't come through.
2 members managing to save their guns here. It's gonna be pretty useful. 2-2. Now AtmosFear just bouncing back on the side of TEC. So this is RVB's map pick. So AtmosFear did choose the site to start on. And you can see that on the side of attack, the moment they got their guns, they are definitely pulling through. Now, Ascension, he was here in Hookah together with his Raze, but the attacker snuck through long. So, having that happen is not very fortunate, but Missile, the Warrior of Showers, takes down Crosshair, always pushing out, backstabbing from Showers. That is his spot to go. Relic for a pick off on B long. Couldn't find it though. Bacon will hold the operator, looking at A short. And AtmosFear losing 1 member puts them in a tough place, but Bacon begs to differ. And Inferno pops the resurrection onto Crosshair. AtmosFear finds himself with the man advantage. Bacon throw in the nade, and Relic finds Drifter on B long. Now this is a window of opportunity for AtmosFear to make their way onto their desired site. And they are choosing B. Instead of A, they will be confronted by 2 defenders. Ascension picks up Relic. Paranoia is going to connect. Edge takes down Bones. Inferno with the revenge kill. 3v2. And now it's a 3v1. Last man standing is Lunatic Monster. This is going to be quite a task for him to clutch if he does manage.
1v3 situation for Lunatic Monster as he does head into the B side from the CT position. Just uses the ultimate previously the round, so will not have it of this one. Crosshair holding the angle perfectly. will get the kill onto him. 3-2. Atmosphere are taking their lead into this map.
And this is a dominant start on the side of Atmosphere. They didn't really get the lead in the last two maps until very much later into the game. So right off the bat, Atmosphere, this is where they want to be, especially pulling their comeback in map number 2. RVB, however, they did choose this map, so we should expect to see RVB actually excel and perform here. Now, Ascension teleports to a different position, and it looks like Atmosphere is going to be coming up B long. They want this push. Showstopper readily available for Bacon, as well as the double satchel. And the spy cam is taken out. Bacon has the information. Lunatic Monster, however, takes him out with a one tap to the head. 4v4 situation. As Atmosphere absolutely loves the B side. They gotta get this plant off. Sage puts up the barrier. Hookah. Drifter finds Bones. Now Relic pushing into B hall. Looking for the kill. Gonna change the position. And the spike has not been planted as of yet. Inferno takes down Missile. Ascension. We'll find a kill on Inferno. Inferno does get a triple before he goes down. Now it's the last man standing, and that is Ascension. 1v2 situation. And 30 seconds left on the clock. Spike has not been planted, but it looks like Atmosphere should be able to get this plant off.
Ascension just has a ghost and a dream with his hand, but Crosshair, he spots Crosshair over there, does have the information about one of the members, and the spike does go down. They are going to hold this retake from the CT. Ascension will recover Vandal in the meantime. He does have his two smokes up and ready for use, so he can definitely use them. Crosshair definitely expecting this push towards the elbow position, and that's going to happen with the operator takes down Ascension. 4-2 as Atmospheres strengthen their lead. It was a really messy round coming in from Atmosphere because they didn't expect the flank towards the B long where they lost two members to that, and the fact that they pushed out from Hookah and no one was watching that and no presence from them did definitely damage them. Coming into this next round where we see proper weaponry, we are going to see a double op setup being taken out by Rising ViperZ.
All right.
We saw them use this double up setup on Haven as well, and it really didn't really work out for them coming on Haven since they did lose that map. Process just to say that takes out one operator. There's going to be one less op for them into this round. The raise is towards the Showers position, currently secluded from the feedback. Bacon using his boombot to clear out the Ulam's position, will not spot anyone. Bones gets his first kill onto the
Ooh, and Drifter finds the kill on Bones and Relic. That's a double kill on B-Long. That was really well played by Drifter there. Just bringing it back a little bit more even. He's going to take the teleporter this time. Spike has been planted on A side. And this is where RVB will try to close in and go for the retake. But Crosshair on the op is just a madman. Finds Drifter. And this is Ascension. But he's taken down by Bacon. Last man standing. It's Edge. 1v3. That's going to be a tough one to clutch. And this kill, though, doesn't quite connect, and Inferno just turns around, takes him out. Atmosphere with a 3-round lead.
There.
definitely really messy coming in from Edge on the player towards the pocket. Just doesn't manage to get the kill. What I like about what Atmosphere are doing into this first half is that they are keeping the defenders on their toes. They aren't executing with 5 men towards a particular side. They are using 2 men towards B-Long, as we saw in the last round, to sell out these fakes. And the fact that they are able to sell out these fakes make sure that Rising ViperZ Bravo are not able to push aggressively, and that is something we've seen them really like to do. Crosshair pops his ultimate on the back of the drone that spotted the player out. Doesn't manage to secure the kill. Will be able to get Lunatic Monster down to very low HP. It's still a 5v4 situation as Bacon aggresses into spots. Lunatic Monster will take him out. It's going to be a 5v3 continuation as Bones gets taken down by Ascension's Stinger, and there comes the neural theft, which will reveal everyone's position. They now know that one player is on the still on the A side, while holding inside the teleport. Now the sound that they've received, looking at we have Bacon cutting off that flank, who will take down Edge. Missile, the last one standing with a Stinger, and a Dream does get the headshot onto Crosshair, but just aren't enough to secure the kill with the Sting.
It's almost like RVB has their pants in a bunch. They're not really figuring out how AtmosFear is playing on the side of attack. Their rotations and the distribution of their members aren't enough to stop the quick pickoffs that AtmosFear has managed to pull off here. Now, they are going to have 3-man in hookah, and this is grounds for something pretty interesting. Now, Bacon takes out the recon, and Crosshair gets that information with his drone. And he's just going to wait here on A short, just for a little bit, while the spike makes its way, and it might be a push for the A side this time. We have seen more rounds won on the side of B compared to A. And AtmosFear going into this map, it's almost like they know what they want. And RVB, but what was this? Edge with the double kill. Just a blind spray in. And that is going to be very valuable for RVB as they find themselves with a 2-man advantage over AtmosFear. Crosshair gonna move into Lamps. This time, not with the AWP, but with a Phantom. Bones takes down Edge. It's just a 2v3 situation. And it seems like they are pulling this off one step at a time. 30 seconds left on the clock to get the spike planted. They are surrounded. Now, Crosshair here. He's just gonna wait. This is what you call patience. AtmosFear. They have a good momentum going, except this round they probably fell short. Location revealed by the recon bolt. They're going to be put in a vulnerable spot, but they're going to take the teleporter and make their way to B. 10 seconds left on the clock. You will need at least 4 seconds to get this plant off, and Crosshair does it in time. Bones picks off Drifter, and Ascension takes out Crosshair. Defenders will win this one. They didn't get the plant off. It's a 1v1 situation. And Bones with 4 kills, coming out massive. But unfortunately, you gotta plant the spike to win when you're on the side of the attackers.
I really liked what Ascension did. He knew that there wasn't much time on the board. He knew that he had his ultimate up. Does use his ultimate, pops it, does spot the spike going down on Crosshair and takes Crosshair down in an instant. Crosshair though, if we hadn't struck the spike, he had like 6 seconds to plant. If we had just shot the Omen ultimate silhouette popping, we'd have gotten the kill, and that would have secured. They would have sent the Omen back. That would have bought so much more time on the rotation, and they would have been able to get the spike down on the back of that. It's just these minor. Just these minor things do definitely propel the game in your favor. And we see Lunatic popping his ultimate extremely early in this round will not have any other utility that will back him up. They are holding with 3 members towards the B side, since we know that since we've seen a trend that AtmosFear do like this B side a lot. So they are holding up towards it. You only see the Sova and the Sage who are now holding towards the A side, but that's definitely where the attack is going to be coming. They are holding with 4 members towards the B long setup, while we see Crosshair is now going to rotate towards this hookah. Ascension using his smokes to buy more time. The Omen smokes last for 15 seconds. That'll be buying more time into this half. And Bacon with the upgrade does spot Drifter on the right side. Will use his grenade to try to deal some more damage. And there comes the showstopper from him. Double sashes through. Does he spot anyone? No, he doesn't. Ascension right into the tube. Gets one. He's gonna pop out. Get a second. Gets cleared by Inferno. Drifter pops his showstopper in return. Will he get a kill? No, it will not. Drifter's done out 24 HP. It's a 3v4 situation. Rising ViperZ Bravo are still in the advantage. He will get healed up. Missile gets the kill onto Inferno, and there comes the kill onto Crosshair, gets the kill onto Drifter. 3v2 situation, 17 seconds on the clock. The spikes dropped on site right now. Really messy execute coming in. Relic, just as I say, that gets the kill there. Lunatic Monster is going to get the kill onto Relic as well. Crosshair, no time. He's just searching for the spike down. There comes the push onto Missile. Does he know that the last member is towards the side? Spots the spike, and the Lunatic Monster is managing to go towards the CE position.
That was
secures
such
the
a smart.
round.
Oh my goodness, that was such a smart move by the defending Sova. He actually ran away so that the timer would run out. And that just put AtmosFear in a bad spot. Losing 4 members, not winning that round. We definitely have to take a look at the economy of both teams. But this round was played really well.
This is the second time we've seen Atmosphere struggling to find time to plant the spike. They are going in for these fakes, but it's just that the time management hasn't been the best. That's why they've lost these 2 rounds in a row. Uh, if they did have the time to plant, they would probably have been able to get the round off. And this time also, there's really messy coming in from the fact that the spike was dropped on the side and not everyone, had fully committed. Because when the spike was dropped on the side, we still had 2 members towards Hookah and 1 member towards the B-long position. That's not the sign of the best teamwork, and that's really gonna pinch them against in the future when they play against if they manage to continue in the tournament, because teams that they are going to play against will definitely be watching. Bones, does he spot the Omen toe to toe? There does spot the Sova, who will manage to secure himself into the side. Um, we still see Ascension holding that position, and now it just looks like Bones is solo single-handedly trying to fake away a missile, holding close this relax position. He does get spotted on the recon. The Brimstone ultimate is perfect. Will not be able to get the kill onto anyone. Bacon pushes right through the Cypher cage. He's going to get one. Edge gets the trade as well. It's a 3v4 situation. They do have the resurrection, which is going to be put into play any moment now, but they have faked it towards the B side again. They're going to be able to walk to a free B side. There is no one, no Cypher traps to give them additional information. B-long is clear. We don't see anyone right now. And the Sage Wall will buy themselves some time as well. They are holding with Inferno, pushing towards the elbow position, trying to see if he can get anyone who is pushing up here. Will be just to see what he can make out of it. Lunatic trying to pop some spam, will not be able to connect onto anyone. There comes the push through the blocks. Bones is holding in this side. The tube does get one. Will he get the second kill? No, he's not, but Inferno's there to trade him up. Drifter gets one. Drifter, we're back in a 2v1 situation. Ascension make that retake. Whoa. 5-6 as they look to level things up into this half.
At this point, it's anybody's game. 5-6. They want to end off the first half with at least an equal score, I'm supposing.
Yeah, definitely. They given the fact that if it goes equal, they will be happier with it. But AtmosFear are definitely looking to see if we can, get the scores, get the 2-round lead. Even if they lose the pistol to the next half, we're still even Stevens. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard just as this heading into the second half. Crosshair on the top, followed by Inferno, Bacon, Bonds, and Relic. It does look like a team coming out from them, because we see 11 kills, 9, 9, and 9. Relic looks like he is struggling a bit. We've seen him play much better. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to criticize him for that, but because we know that the Cypher is not the best fragging agent. It doesn't provide him the best. Missile does use the Sova drone will to spot the Sova drone to spot a member. They will push on they line up for Missile. He's gonna get a 2k on the back of that. Does wall of showers. That's one less a position that they have to worry about. The spike still been held towards the mid-market position. This definitely is looking like a 6-all half coming in for me. Missile still looking to aggress towards this showers position, and he's holding close towards the shot position, excuse me, and he's holding close to the cubby right now.
You know what it feels like? It feels like RVB watched AtmosFear excel for 5 rounds and then kind of figured out what they were about and started to come back and rake in all these rounds for themselves.
I know exactly where you are.
And that's how Relic just got a pick off a missile, and Inferno does pop the resurrect. So it's a 4v4 situation, 20 seconds left. And RVB just bouncing back out of nowhere after a huge gap. Just really shows you the mental state of this team. Now it's a 3v3, 10 seconds left. The spike is on site, but will it get planted? Not quite, as Lunatic Monster gets a double kill.
6-all at halftime. This is going extremely close. This is the closest third game we could have asked for.
Indeed. And RVB just knocking it out the park, just trying to come back. Now, Lunatic Monster there denying that plant. I think a little bit of a positioning issue there, but that's okay. We are done with the first half, and now we are moving into round 13. Now, Rising Vipers Bravo, they have Ascension leading at the top, and for AtmosFear, it is Crosshair. Both sides. Now, looking at the team compositions, RVB definitely started out with a composition that looks more defense favored, but they can attack. Looking at the lineup, perhaps why they didn't pick out the Cypher. They want a little bit more, utility on the side of attacking, because Brimstone, you can get creative with the smokes, as well as with Omen. So we understand the train of thought there. And as for AtmosFear, they're now on the side of defense. Team comps pretty alright. They do have the Cypher, who does not have much health, but Sage is going to pop that heal. Now Missile, he's gonna rotate and catch up with the boys as the spike makes its way over to A side. And Brimstone might want to just take that spike into showers instead, but Bones finds the pickoff onto Lunatic Monster in the showers. Ascension throws out the dark cover, he's preparing it. Drifter and Inferno both get kills. It's a 3v4, and this does not look like a good start for RVB, as all three members are in showers and they're pretty much cornered in there. As Reyes looks for that backstab, 30 seconds left on the clock. The spike is still on hand, but they're going to be met with an angry Bacon. Ascension takes him out. And players are tagged down for a little bit, so they still are going to commit for A as they are running out of time. Or not quite, they took the teleporter. This is why Bide is such an interesting map. They ultimately don't have a mid lane, which is something that we talk about a lot. And they just have teleporters. You can get creative with it. And this time on Bind, we've seen AtmosFear on the attacking side. They're very creative. They have used the teleporters a number of times. And now it is RVB's turn. Now it's a 2v2 situation. What looked like a round that was in favor of AtmosFear. And it's just the spike is planted right now. And Relic comes into contact with Edge. Picks him off. Last man standing. Does he have any clue? Inferno with the triple kill to end it off. AtmosFear looking strong at the start of the second half on the side of defense.
7-6. Now that they've won this first whistle round, they should be able to convert the next round as well. That's going to be the anti-go round. So 8-6 scoreline for them, they're really going to be happy with it, because even if they lose the first two buy rounds, they're not going to let Rising Vipers Bravo, steer away with the game. They are managing to keep it extremely even, and so that's definitely going to be something really that they are going to be excited about. What do you think about this, Antonia? What's your score prediction, and what's your what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win?
I generally don't like to predict scores. I like to see what the teams do and how they come back from situations. Because I find that games are a lot about figuring out what works for you, how you're able to adapt and read the enemy and their strategy, and just how readily a team is to improvise in any situation or any moment. Now, Bones here will be watching A shot. Bacon gets the pick off onto Missile. And this is a good start for AtmosFear here, as Rising Vipers are 2-man down with a Brimstone just barely hanging onto life. Now, this is a map pick from RVB, so we would think that, they have a little bit of an advantage. Bacon takes out the Drifter. But this also is an equal round for RVB, so it is expected. Triple kill for Bacon. And the last man, Brimstone, coming in with the spike. And Edge takes down Bacon. 1v4 situation. But Relic, that is 2 rounds in the lead for AtmosFear over RVB.
Now we're going to be heading to the first buy round. Ascension and Go, the Rising Vipers Bravo definitely need to win this round to be able to have some sort of a say, because if you lose the first buy round, it does become harder for the teams to recover the lead. But in Valorant, we've seen greater comebacks. We've seen the comeback from 10-5 by Team Tamila, a story that I will be telling everyone around me till the day I die, for sure, because of how good that game really was. And so, unsurprisingly, that game was on Bind too. So in Valorant, the main reason why comebacks are so easy is that the map it's the abilities don't you don't lose the abilities as you move on to the next round if you haven't used them, so you carry them forward. So for that you have to invest lesser amounts of money coming into the round, which can actually help you win the rounds, given the fact that the buy bonus can actually help you, afford your phantom with light armor or heavy armor depending on how many kills you got into the round. So can be really interesting to see how the rest of this half comes out.
All right, remember guys, Series 2 is open for registration. Do click the link in the description, grab your buddies. It starts in September and we want you guys to join in on the action for sure. Do let us know which team you are supporting as well in chat. We'd love to know. And like you mentioned, Rex Streams, this is the buy round. And let's just pull up the scoreboard real fast. Have a look again at all the guns. And it's gonna
Revealing
be
area.
okay. Overall, it looks like RVB have the upper hand with the buys because AtmosFear, they're just gonna retain what they bought. They're not gonna spend that cash right now. They're not gonna get rid of those specters. They're gonna stick with it and roll with it, basically. So this is Drifter here. He's gonna spot out two very aggressive defenders, but gets taken out, and RVB just finds themselves in a tough spot once again.
Take flight.
They do have the upper hand with the guns technically in this round, so they should look to win it. It's not that they don't have the capability. They just have to be more aware that AtmosFear seems very comfortable on bind,
Revealing
and
area.
it was something that I did not expect.
Yeah, definitely, we've seen a much better bind coming in from them, despite having lost really like been blown out of the water basically by Team Villainous in the upper bracket game. We are still in a 4v5 situation. 32 seconds on this clock. 30 seconds on the clock now. The spike is making its way towards the B side, where we see Relic and Bacon will be looking to hold the ground. This has triggered the rotation from Bones, who will be, jumping over to assist his teammates. 19 seconds on the clock. The execute has to come in any moment now. The Cypher Cage will indeed buy some time. They will not be able to execute on this. The hookah player has been cut off from the rest of the team. Relic detonates on the spike as well. Bacon's on the side. He gets 3 kills. He gets his 4th of the round. And there comes the last play. He's Suzuka. Inferno lands the flick onto him. 6-9 as AtmosFear look to finish off this map really close.
What a change of events. The first game, first map, RVB was so dominant. 13-3. Second map, AtmosFear showed dominance. And now in the last map, they have a collective 3-round lead over RVB in the side swap. And that says a lot because if AtmosFear is comfortable here on the side of defense, much more so than RVB has
Revealing
comfort
area.
on the side of attack, this is going to be a tough one for them to come back. Now this is Edge. Looks like it's another equal round for RVB. And they are planning to attack B, but the spike has been dropped in the worst possible position for RVB. And it's just going to be a quick knockout round. Edge, last man standing, 76 HP. Gets taken down by Relic. Flawless round 4 in the lead. That is AtmosFear giving you the dominant performance which they lacked earlier on today.
Definitely looks like they did chalk up the drawing board to see, what they did. I really like that tripwire coming in from Relic because once you do get detected by the tripwire, it forces you to walk into hookah, and if there's someone holding above the side box, you get an easy kill onto them. It's not the traditional tripwire that can be broken, like you can see any side of it, because it's concealed by the way the map has actually been created. It looks like they are going to throw in the slow up towards the A-shot side, looking to aggress this, but the attack is running in towards the B side. Taking it's his first of the round, looking to see if he can do anything else. The side box will be ultimated by the Brimstone, and Ascension will get one. Crosshair from the teleporter gets one as well. Relic will get one as well. Ascension gets one as well. That's a 3v2 situation. Atmosphere still in the driver's seat. 2v2 make that as Drifter gets his kill onto Crosshair. The B side is open. The spike is towards elbow, which should be planted right now. Drifter holding towards this backside position. It looks like Atmosphere have actually backed out because they do believe that it's going to be an A side hit, but that's not happening. The spike is coming in towards the B side and will be planted at any moment now. The spike has gone down, triggering the retake from them, and Bones has jumped in from the hookah teleporter, is already making the control rotation for his teammates. There's going to be two members rotating from hookah. They both know where they are now. Bones does have a paranoia in his hand that can be really, really important into winning this round, as he can just smoke out both the regions. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to smoke out the elbow region, throw his paranoia towards the backside. The smoke is perfect because both of those members are holding it towards that side. There comes the side jump onto the side. That's the 1v1 situation for Info on the side. Spikes planted inside the box, and Ascension saving the round with redemption on Inferno. 3 kills for him in this round. It's just managing to survive.
I do feel that Ascension is way more comfortable on Omen as compared to the Cypher. I just felt that he wasn't as fluid in his movement and with the abilities, but he just looks so good on this Omen, and it's really paying off. So yeah, that point about going back to the drawing board, Atmosphere definitely did it best, and RVB, they would have to rethink their strategy for sure. And it has worked in the last round, 7-10, but they can't slip up because Atmosphere is just 3 rounds away from reaching the finishing line.
Definitely, this does look like Atmosphere's games to lose if they continue. You know, if they continue making a few silly mistakes, they can throw away the lead. Rising Vipers Bravo, we do know how much they like the momentum. We do know that once they get the momentum, they are ready to bounce it and get all the kills required, and they do manage to win back the rounds. It does look like we have entered some sort of pause due to reason, due to some a disconnection, perhaps. So we are paused for the time being. This does give times like can act as a tactical timeout where teams can use it to think about the strategies coming into the next round.
All right, so 10-7. Atmosphere is leading with 3 rounds. Unfortunately, some technical difficulties, but overall, Atmosphere looking very strong. But RVB, they bounced back in the first half after a huge lead, and they managed to get an even 6-6. They could possibly do it again in the second half because RVB has proven to be really strong at reading movement and all of that. So Atmosphere, to counter them countering them, they would have to be very sure that they're taking the right steps.
That's definitely true because we did see them coming out from like a 5-2 scoreline and making it a 6-6. So it's definitely that they do like the momentum. As they win 1 or 2 rounds, they can string in a few more. And right now the game is really, really close. It's a 10-7 scoreline. It's in catching distance. They can grab onto this. They can make it a 10-10. Force overtime if possible. I'm not gonna count that out as well. So it's really interesting to see how the rest of the match will pan out for these guys. It's close and close, and I cannot pinpoint a single win. I cannot pinpoint one player who's been playing lights out because we're seeing a good gameplay, good Valorant action coming out from all teams. We see people stepping up. Ascension has definitely stood out for me, and Bacon and is definitely standing out on the other side as well for me because they have been holding down their sides down.
All
Now,
right,
without
and it looks like we are going back into the game. No more technical difficulties. And we are going to kick off this round 18. 10-7. And Ascension here. Looking for an opportunity on A shot.
this time around, Atmosphere are going with 3 members towards the B-long position, looking to aggress on the back of this. Drifter turns around for a second, but just loses sight of them. They are going to maintain this aggressive control. Bacon does get taken on by Bones does get taken down. Bacon will trade him back to Drifter, trying to get the refrag, will not be able to match. The Sage does not have the revive, so it's going to be a while before they can get the resurrection. But just to say that, Crosshair takes her down with the operator. But look at Atmosphere, they are looking to completely abandon the B side. Relic uses his camera to see if anyone's made their way to the B side, but that's not gonna happen. The spike is indeed making its way towards the A shot. Lunatic looking for that Suva drone will not get recon will not get spotted on that. We currently do see 3 members towards A shot position looking to execute on the A side. I think Lunatic does spot the barrel onto the member playing and Evan does try to get some spans off. Crosshair will get taken down. A 3v3 situation, 35 seconds on the clock for them. Tylik lurking in this smoke. He definitely hears the teleport in front of him, does get the kill onto him. That comes the ultimate from him. The spike will come down now. We're in a 2v2 situation. A retake coming in for AtmosFear. There comes the showstopper. Will not connect on it. Relic manages to dodge it perfectly. And Bacon's gonna get his first kill too. But look at the Sova Lunatic. He's made his way all around them. Bacon is there for the trade. 11-7.
And here it is. He did manage to get the fuse off, so defenders take another round for themselves. AtmosFear is coming in really strong, and we can see here from the replay. It was 2v2, but it was no sweat for AtmosFear. As they pick off the kills, that's one for Bacon. And Relic tries to defuse it, but Bacon gets the pick off onto Lunatic Monster. Total of 3 kills, playing out of his mind actually.
There.
And there it is, 22 kills. That is Bacon. Bacon just really carrying his team to victory. And you can, if you look at all of the kills, the KDAs, Bacon is that one outstanding member that has almost 2 times the kills of everyone else. So definitely an MVP for sure.
He's had a strong showing on this map. Even on the B side, he uses his raised grenades perfectly and to buy more time for his teammate. Does get his first kill on the round. The spike, the arm towards the A side. The satchel will manage to get the kill. Go off right about now. I don't think that's gonna happen. They are going to get the revive up. We are in a 3v3 situation. There comes the Sova ultimate drifters out of this round. Will they be able to manage to get another kill on that? Nope, he will not. A 3v3 situation. They have used the teleporter to make their way towards the A side. Crosshair with the operator looking to hit a shot on this cross, and he is the shot onto Missile. There's going to be no more Sage in this round. A 2v3 situation, throws in their recon. There comes the revive from Inferno onto Bacon. The member holding close towards his under heaven position. Does spot him out, could not manage to get the kill on him. Crosshair droning carefully, trying to spot out the other 2 members. Definitely does hear this teleporter into the teleport coming in from the omen towards the heaven position. He gets taken down. That's only the Brimstone left. He gets paranoid, and there's gonna come the kill. Crosshair cleans it up for his teammates. 7-12. Map, match, and series point coming in for AtmosFear.
My ult not ready.
Indeed, AtmosFear just 1 round away to claiming victory. And RVB kind of have lost their momentum, and it pretty much shows definitely more dominant on the side of defense. And struggling here in attack. Surprisingly, it was their map pick, but you know, Valorant only has 4 maps, and any of these picks could be your opponent's good map too. So most teams, they're comfortable on 3, and looks like AtmosFear got the last 2 maps in their favor. RVB though, they have played very well. Ascension picks off Crosshair, and Inferno will get the return kill. It's a 4v4. Might be the last round for RVB unless they unless they get 5 continuous rounds. Now Bacon takes out Drifter. Missile though returns that kill. It's a 3v3. And Relic looking for that opportunity. He's going to move forward. Spots 1 near B long. Without cover. Just gonna push them back a little bit. But Bones finds Missile. And this is Edge. 14 HP. He's on A side. And the spike is on the B side. This does not look bright for RVB whatsoever. But Sova is gonna inch his way in and look for a chance. And it's almost like AtmosFear knows that this game is already in their hands. To drop the spike in right in front of your opponents is pretty tough. Oh, but Edge has the Hellfire, drops it. Not gonna find anyone though. 14 HP. He sprays just 1 bullet into his soul and he's out. Bones takes him out. That's a triple kill as Bones backstabs them. 13-7. After 3 maps, AtmosFear come out victorious and they will move over to the semifinals.
Atmosphere completing the reverse sweep after having lost split with a 13-3 scoreline. They did pull it back on both maps. That was both maps, Haven and Pine. They weren't like really close. Atmosphere proved that they did claw them. They did finish it off. Bacon top fragging, as we mentioned, 24 kills for him. Crosshair and Ascension actually is quite up there as well, 15 kills. Crosshair following up with 17. Relic, Edge, and the rest of the team continues in there. Definitely a great game coming in, a great comeback from Atmosphere to still stick with that mental spirit to continue from after having gone down with the first map, the split that was indeed their pick after the 13-3 scoreline. It can damage your morale quite a bit, but they do manage to come back on both the picks that were actually from Rising Vipers, Bravo, Bind, and Haven. What do you think about the map, Apollonia?
Bacon, bacon, bacon. He played out of his mind. But first, let's go into AMD's Relive the Moment while we talk more about what went down in this last map on Bind. Now, Bacon stepped up when he really had to. Because to be the only member with such a huge difference in the amount of kills, it's just massive. Bacon has found opportunities for his team to push. He was great in defense. And honestly, after this, Atmosphere should be thanking him. Or at least, they should be proud that, they did set up a form of success and it really did pay off.
Definitely a good map coming from them. On times like this, we did see this over aggression coming in from Rising Vipers Bravo, which might not be required. Like once Atmosphere had read into this playstyle, they were able to successfully exploit it. We saw them, going in for those fakes, multiple moments, baiting out with just one member towards B long. We saw Bones doing the fantastic job of a look on multiple occasions. But that's in the end is just that those playstyles with those finer things such as these fakes and these executes really worked out for you know for Atmosphere as they were able to clinch this map. Despite being a 6-all scoreline at the half, they did manage to end the game with a 13-7 scoreline, which does show that they really prosper and they really like the defensive half on Bind, especially because for Bind as a cipher on B side, that's really nice. It's like a really strong side for the cipher, and that's exactly what we saw Relic doing. He had good setups, was able to hold with his teammates. So definitely a good game coming in from Atmosphere. They are going to be happy with the way they were able to manage this comeback.
Indeed. And RVB, they took the first map by storm. They were so dominant on split. And guys, if you ever play against RVB, look out for split. They completely just blew Atmosphere away, like 13-3. But then Atmosphere on the next 2 maps, they just fared so much better. So GG well played to RVB and ultimately congratulations to Atmosphere. And this brings us to the end of the first half of today. Now we will be having a second half and that will be the RAD Syndicate versus WannaBePros. So do stay tuned. Remember to like this stream and subscribe. Click that bell icon. We will be back with the second half at around 8 p.m. Now, remember, this is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger series that you are watching, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. Do sign up for Series 2. Link is in the description. Shopping as well. We have 10% off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, like what myself and Rex Dreams are wearing. And without further ado, we are going to end this first half. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And hopefully, we'll see you guys in the second half. Take care.